Everybody, welcome. You're hanging out with Ben. This is the Hardcore Punk Project here on the X 92.5 FM in Kamloops. Today we have Rebel Priest joining us. Rebel Priest is a no-nonsense, real-deal rock and roll band composed of three seasoned musicians who have been making their way through the Western music scene for years. Vocalist bassist Jamie Black, guitarist and vocalist Benny Kemp, and drummer and vocalist Nate Pohl bring nothing but adulterated, high-energy, grease-infused trash and roll. Now in 2022, they are offering Lesson in Love, which is their new release on Bad Cave Records, on June 24th to follow their EP Lost in Tokyo. Thanks for joining me, everybody.
Hey, what's going on, dude?
Nothing much, how about you?
Doing all right. We're just cramming in here and just about to start up a little jam-a-roni, getting ready for our West Coast tour.
Okay, first off, you okay with the teen interviewing you?
Oh, absolutely, dude. You like music?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what the best part of being a radio host is, though? It's getting to listen to the music before it drops.
Oh, you got our stuff before?
Yeah.
You got, like, sneaky little use?
Yep. Okay, here we go. How would you describe your band to someone who has never heard you before?
Oh, man. Probably something like a cross between Motley Crue and Motorhead. Heavy hard rock, fun, good hook, party music.
All right. How would you describe your band as a food?
As food?
Yeah.
Sorry, we're just adjusting for a second.
It's okay.
Making the first run. Oh, that's way better. Oh, yeah, look at that.
All right.
Okay. Food, I would say, talking for everybody, but I would say that this guy is a taquito from fucking 7-Eleven. Sorry, are we allowed to swear?
Just a little bit.
He is a with too much cheese. This guy is karate from Japan. And then I'm probably something like probably bland, like a bag of potato chips.
All right. When and who will you be touring with after the release?
Well, I'm on tour with Dead Wolf in Toronto. Those guys are bad. They're so not bad as in bad. I'm talking bad as in like
slang. I see that you'll be in Kamloops June 28th at Pogue Mahomes. Is this going to be your first time here?
Actually, me and Benny have actually been in Kamloops a couple times, and me and Nate. We actually were in different bands together. Unfortunately, we just got the from Pogue Mahomes. They want to do venue show.
Oh yeah, I remember hearing about that.
You know about Pogues, so
yeah.
I mean, we wanted to book at the Cami. We had a lot of good times there.
We played that.
We played the Cami Inn.
Yeah. Me and my band are playing at the Cami on the 17th.
What's your band?
We're Roadkill.
Roadkill, deadly. Is that okay? So I know a guy named Roadkill Riley. He's a tattoo artist. Is it named?
I don't know.
You need to
I've only been in the band for like 3 weeks.
Good job. But obviously you're killing it.
Yeah.
Look at that. You're killing it, dude.
Well, the first song on the album is Lesson in Love. You guys came out swinging right away, and I am all for it. Is it really a lesson in love?
I think so. When we got that idea, like we were really like, let's not do a ballad. It's like
bit overdone.
I love ballads.
Hmm.
I not like ballads. Might not
I like my
ballads.
fair share of ballads.
So we tried to ballad, and we just decided to do like something that was more like, Brian, fun to you? How you just like, he doesn't sing about like a lady or anything like that, or love, whatever's going on. He talks about his guitar, And I was like, fuck, that's sorry, me. Yeah, he's endearing about the fact that he just wants to write about what he loves, and I think Lesson in Love is just about like what you love in general. I mean, like whatever takes that level of like appreciation. You're into something like me. I'm into Warhammer 40K, and I like painting little models and stuff like that. That's like something I'm into, And like Benny loves like, some is part of our pirate.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, we all have our vices, and it's a lesson of that you find something that you like, you carry on with it, and it's something that just kind of.
Yeah. All right. Is this what we can expect from the rest of this new release?
Repeat that again, man.
This what can we expect from the rest of the release?
Right.
All right.
John's coming.
Uh,
Yeah, Coach Go. Keep an out for that.
10 minutes alone with one of your biggest musical influences. Who would it be and what would you talk about? We'll start with you, Jamie.
Me?
Yeah. Yes, you.
Getting real stressed out here. So I'd be in the room with Lemmy, obviously. And like Lemmy is like, he's an amazing dude. Everybody's, like he's going through the ringer right now, media wise, but whatever. The guy is like, I think that he was the closest thing to everybody's like ideal like dude. I mean, like when you think about it, he's like, he was out there for the music. He cared about his road crew. He cared about the music. And he knew what he wanted, and just like picking his brain about just like how he just like liked to do things, and like how he liked to like, I don't know, just be a dude. He's very young.
All right. You, Benny, you.
Yeah, probably go with Steve Rick on the live. Just talking the group, that guy would be unreal. Ooh, sit there with cars and go over some Albert stuff or like Robert Johnson. I don't know, just like that guy was the epitome kind of playing, and I just love that stuff.
All right, Nick.
I'll be Jimi Hendrix.
Enough said.
Yep. Now, the same artist, if they were to cover one of the band's songs, which one would you want it to be?
Like a band, our songs?
Yeah, the same artist that you wanted to be in the room with. Which song would you want them to cover?
Oh, well, I have a choice in it. Lemmy would come up to me and be like, well, I basically wrote Dive Bomber, so I'm going to 30. So,
All right. And speaking of Dive Bomber, that's the song up next. Yeah, I think I made a good choice signing up for this interview. Definitely your fans will not be disappointed. What's this one about?
this one is like, seriously, we got into a room talking like weird stuff, and like he was like, man, we need to write a song called Dive Bomber. And I was like, dude, I've been reading so much on fucking World. Sorry, it's part of it's part of like like our thing. Like I love listening to history and reading about history. And Benny, he's like super knowledgeable about like history stuff. And Nate, he just like he'll find an idea, boop, and then all of our light bulbs will be like boop boop boop, and then then all of a sudden, we're like, I got a rip, and then, ooh, and then it goes like a little bit like this, oh, and then you feel it. Oh yeah, there it is. Oh. So,
And I noticed.
kind of weird.
I noticed how the song has a few false endings too, kind of like Overkill.
Oh yeah, obvious.
I never noticed.
Was that the thing you were going for?
Yeah, totally.
All right. Um, speaking of dive bombers, have you ever seen a cat fall and not land on their feet?
A cat fall and never landed on the feet. I have cats, and 2 of them know how to cat. 1 of them has no idea how to cat. Drops down on its belly. It was like, help me. Grab its belly a little bit. All right. I got to do this really graphically. Hello. Okay, it's okay. There you go.
Yeah, that happened to my cat too. My dad picked him up and was bugging him for a little bit. Then he just drops him. He lands on 2 feet, flops, does a little barrel roll, shook his head, and then got up and ran.
Oh, little.
He does not know how to cat either. He's a nervous wreck. The weirdest venue you have ever played at?
I think. Is as a band or
Yeah, as a band.
band? That last one, that was pretty crazy. It was a good show. It was
weird. The whole.
all one.
340 base.
Oh yeah, there was that one.
Yeah. Weirdest place.
Yeah. Okay. So we played it like is not around anymore. But I should know what's going on or watching, or anybody's in Vancouver. This is Pub 340, and we played in the basement, and so it was like this old thing. It was like here, and then buildings up top, and then down below there was gone decrepit and like couldn't fucking broken stuff. Sorry.
Yeah.
Um,
You can check it out in the video.
yeah, we played down there. It was pretty crazy. It was
Haunted.
yeah, it was super haunted. A lot of stuff going on down there.
I feel
We
that's
had
where they would get. You just
yeah,
went down.
like I mean, if you watched the episodes, this was the upside down, and we were there. It was nuts.
Your audio's cutting out a little bit.
Right.
Like it's a little stuttery.
Oh, how's that?
All right, I think that's good. This is just gonna be a few weird questions now. The weirdest gift you have ever received?
Each one of us?
Yeah, one of you.
We get a lot of.
Uh-oh. Your audio's cutting out again. I can't hear a dang thing.
You hear us right now?
Yep, that's good. Right there. And it's gone again. It's alright, though. No big deal.
Hear us right now?
Yep. Okay. What is the weirdest thing that has happened to you while performing?
Okay, weirdest thing that happened to me, definitely for me was I sang 5 nights? It was 5 nights, 5 shows in a night, and I ended up like puking blood because like my vocal cords were like so messed up. And somebody had gone into the toilet and got a bunch of it and got me to sign the bag.
What?
Like they went.
Jeez.
Yeah, it was weird.
Oh, that's interesting to say the least. The weirdest.
Broke my knee. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah. I fell off the back of the stage drumming. Yeah. The whole stage collapsed at the red. I had to keep drumming.
We were in Japan, and
that was
the last show of the tour. Tell the story. We were in Japan, and the last show of the tour, and Penny had just given her. So like he was just down and out. Like he got that takes time, and then he got on stage, and this guy like knee goes like this, like that. His went like this.
Oh gosh.
He injured my already busted knee while we were doing it.
Oh damn. The weirdest thing you've ever eaten, unless I've asked that already.
You're just saying.
Horse.
Yeah, we did have a horse team. That was pretty weird.
Yeah. All right. One guy I interviewed once, he said cricket tacos.
That's pretty good.
I'd try it.
Why I put abalone? Crazy stuff.
The weirdest thing you have fallen in love with.
Sorry, what was that?
The weirdest thing you have fallen in love with.
Music, of course.
Ah, that works.
Well, I think music's an easy sell, and all the other things like Oh, wait a minute. The song "Soul Decision." When I get you all alone, I'm gonna take off all your clothes. Ain't nobody gonna interrupt my game. Sorry. Again, I gotta throw in something. Come on.
All right.
Oh, the Shags.
The Shags.
Sorry.
Not the Shags.
Oh, he's not into it.
Moving on now. The third song is Coat Check Girl. At the start of the song, no thanks, I'm not of age for that. I think root beer works better.
Well, root beer doesn't even drink, so out for
What's this one about?
a guy falls in love with the Coat Check Girl, love at first sight, but he thinks she is, but she ain't. So bit of a delusion, but works out in the end because everyone ends up with some root beer.
All right. What is your best pickup line? And it can't be "I'm in a band" because I used that already and it didn't work.
Best pickup line. Oh my God.
I can't.
Like all the cheesy, but you got one? No.
Pickup lines don't work.
Yeah, they don't work. That's exactly what I was thinking too.
All right.
You gotta be aloof for it to come to you.
Okay, like urge. Oh yeah, there's that. Oh, ouch. That is not good.
All right. Which female artist would you like to collaborate with and why?
Bush. She's the best in the world at the moment. It'd be weird. Cool.
She's a
That's a
great.
good answer.
She's a
But
great
it's like
songwriter.
there's that song that everyone's loving at the moment, but there's this cool version of David Gilmour and her playing it. Yes, really cool. I've heard that David Gilmour, he got in the
All right. What's a little? Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
What's a little white lie you've been caught in?
Why? Ooh. Yeah, you're looking real good. Or that sounds awesome. I don't know.
Sorry,
White lies.
somebody's at the door.
I'd have to say when I was ending and up and told me, they were like, "Hey, do you think I need any more drinks?" It is significant enough. Like, hey, you don't need any more. And I was like, dude, this is who you are. You have as many as you need to feed. And I was obviously like, I got to cut this guy off and call the police. But that was years ago. What about you, Ben? What was white lie you got caught in?
Oh yeah,
These guys.
I never remember anyone's name. I pretend I know names, and then I call everyone dude or man. So at the bar, over and over, it's like they're like everyone knows your name as bartender, but you don't know no one.
Uh, the audio's gone again. Okay. And the final song on the EP is Bonfire. It's a nice closer. I like how short and violent it is. What's the inspiration for this one besides a bonfire?
I mean, if you don't like AC/DC, you're not going to get the song. If you like AC/DC, you're going to get the song.
I literally, AC/DC was like the first band I ever listened to.
Yeah.
And I don't get the song.
You don't get the song?
No, I don't.
If you listen to the song, every line out of it, lyrically, that's all a Bon Scott lyric.
I will have to take a look at that a little bit closer next time because I am a lifelong AC/DC fan and I'm disappointed that I didn't pick any of that up.
All right. Next time.
All right.
No,
It's almost a combo though. These things,
we tried.
Bob Scott and John Bonham, because the drumming is so roll bastic, and in my mind, that's just how it's growing into my mind.
Yeah.
It never was. That's how I feel it that way.
It's I think, yeah, what he says is like the song is growing. Like when it was basically like the first 5 or 6 seconds, let there be rock, and then we just threw a bunch of like Bon Scott lyrics on there, like like all that stuff, and then it became this thrash. And sure, it's not like your like classic AC/DC song, but it from us. It's like John Bonham is like a huge influence on Nate here, and obviously Hank is a huge on Benny, and Bon is a huge influence on me. I'm not saying all the other people. I mean, Bon was a huge influence on me when I was, and that's kind of how we translated it without totally writing just an AC/DC song or
All right. I like it even more now. If you could put something in a time capsule that would not be open for 30 years, what would it be and why?
I'd open up and I'd be like, "Hey, future."
I couldn't even hear that, so
He wants to put him in a time capsule so that he can come back and then be like, "Hey, it's all right."
okay. What about you, Jamie? What would you put in a time capsule?
What I would put is I would probably, oh man, I mean, being self-deprecating, I probably first album. I mean, depending on how much space I have put in there, I probably put some, like some good comic books from the time, books, maybe like like us thing about, right? I'm talking about. Couple, I'm like fun at this time, like encapsulate this period of maybe this decade. It'd be hard to encapsulate the century, right? Because I haven't been around for the whole century. So I don't know. That's a hard question.
Well, if you had 2 minutes to address all the world leaders, what would you say and why?
All the way up.
Hey guys, y'all need to chill.
I've gotten a lot of mixed responses from people on this. Like, some people gave fleshed out, reasonable responses. One guy just said, frick off. But uncensored, of course. It's tough being a kid and a teen in Canada and not wanting to go to concerts and shows, and there not being enough all ages shows. Specifically in Kamloops, there was only 2 venues I could think of: the Pizza Pie and the Bridgeview Theater. I think bands should be able to start playing at schools, community centers, small arenas. People can enjoy local bands. What do you think?
Yeah, 100%. You tell us where to play, we'll come there, dude. I want, personally, for me, I can't speak for these two guys. Personally, I think like you're bang on the money, dude. Like nobody gets to hear stuff. Like back in the 70s, the 80s, they would play like, kids' halls and like high school balls and stuff. Like sometimes people will be like, "Oh, I did my prom day, Deep Purple, playing Deep Purple in my school." You don't get to do that anymore. I know prom is a thing that everybody does, but like, yeah, we need to bring it back, man. Like, everybody be able to come out and enjoy the music. There shouldn't be an age range.
Yeah. Now, this is the question that I ask all the artists I've interviewed. Oh, where'd you go?
Am I here?
Oh, there you are. Will you accept a challenge from me?
Absolutely, 100%. What do you got?
The challenge is to do a cover of I Hear You Knockin' by Dave Edmunds in your style, uploaded to YouTube, with a few false ends thrown in there like Dive Bomber.
You gotta send us all the details here, and then we will do it.
Tell us what it is now.
It's just a cover of I Hear You Knockin' by Dave Edmunds in your style, uploaded to YouTube. And throw in a few false ends too, like Dive Bomber.
We'll see.
Dave Edmunds, got it. We're doing it.
What's the song called again?
I Hear You Knockin'.
And we're gonna do a bunch of false ends. And you know what, Ben? Like a good wrestling situation, we're coming at you, bro.
Oh yeah. Well, that appears to be all the time I have for today, so I'd like to thank you once again, Rebel Priest, for joining me here on the X. Stay safe and be well.
Good one, mate.